morning, everyone, and welcome to Daytime Tri-Cities. I'm Chris McIntosh, and I'm coming to you live this morning from the Gray Fossil site as we are discussing some brand new information about a story map that has come to light showing everything that is happening here at the Gray Fossil site. And I want to welcome in a young man by the name of David Carney. And Dave, let's talk about your work on the story map here at the Gray Fossil site. Kind of give us a little background on that.
Sure thing, yeah. So, so the site was discovered back in 2000, and one thing they decided to do when they're starting to excavate was try to really document where everything's coming from. So we have a big collection facility back here where we have everything that we've stored and everything we've discovered at the site. But the thing is, we know where everything came from at the site. So what I kind of used was this computer software called Geographic Information Systems, which kind of helps to find patterns within your spatial data to kind of reveal patterns about how things may have formed, how different geologic processes may have been carried out here at the site, and kind of led me to some kind of conclusions about how the mastodon here was deposited in the site.
And we got a picture we want to put up right now, actually, that from the dig when that mastodon skull was kind of encased in plaster and they jacketed it. Yeah. That just shows the scope, the size, the magnitude of it.
Yeah, this was a big animal. That's just the skull that you guys are seeing. You can see two folks kind of there jacketing it. So this was a huge animal. This is to date the biggest and one of the most complete animals we've discovered at the site. Right. And what's interesting is that it's found in kind of a geology that doesn't kind of match things elsewhere at the site. So usually we find things in these black clays, but that was mixed in with sands and clays and boulders and all these different types of rock sizes. And so, that's starting to indicate that something maybe chaotic occurred there where this was kind of tumbled up. And some people are kind of thinking that maybe this mastodon was the thing that caused like a landslide or something, and that's how this thing got trapped in the fossil site. We're still kind of working things out to like really figure out what's going on, but it's definitely clear that this guy was deposited with this kind of movement of land into the deposit.
And we're showing a graphic that you sent us last night that kind of gives the story of the story map, showing the story of the mastodon.
Correct, yeah. So, we've got the boulders that have been discovered in this mastodon pit with the mastodon. Some of them actually had to be exploded with explosives to access more of the mastodon material. But basically, you can see with that in this 3D model that I was able to build in Geographic Information Systems that, this animal was clearly deposited simultaneously with all these boulders, which means it was probably a mess when this thing was deposited. So, yeah.
And you recently won 3 awards for your work on this project, and that has brought even more focus to the Gray Fossil site out here, which is a great thing.
Absolutely, yeah. So that was TNGIC, I'm not going to remember what that stands for, but it's something having to do with the Tennessee Geographic Information Council. And basically, I presented my work there, just there were students presenting their work, along with other people that just do GIS for their job in the state. And I was kind of surprised to take home all 3 awards that day. But I think a lot of it has to do with this new kind of program that they have coming out of Geographic Information Systems called the Story Map. So this is a great way to explain kind of what you're finding and what you're starting to learn through the maps that you've created.
And all of this here at the Gray Fossil site, there's so many children come through here. And you love seeing those smiling faces out there on the site and in here as well. This is just another way to help teach people about what is going on here at the Gray Fossil site, isn't it?
Right, yeah. So, we get all these really exciting discoveries here, all these cool animals. Some are extinct, some no longer live here, and some are still here today living in Tennessee. So we have this kind of unique site where we have all those things going on. And one cool kind of avenue of research within paleontology is the idea of taphonomy, which is kind of this research looking into how things are preserved after they become fossils and things like that. So there's a lot more research that can kind of give us big implications of how the site formed, how much time was carried out as things were deposited at the site. So not only the cool animals we find, but the processes that were kind of carried out to preserve them.
Dave Carney, thank you so much for taking some time with us today. Congratulations on the awards. Congratulations on this story map and all the work you've done here at the Gray Fossil site.
Thank you so much, Chris.
All right. Gray Fossil site, such a great place to come and learn and enjoy and find out more about the history of our region. And Amy, you've been out here before with your kids. This is a great place, and we're going to be back here in just a little while to talk about some other aspects of the Gray Fossil site. But right now, Amy, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.